weird cannibals. It was kind of a rapey scene, and it ended up made me go, I need a drink. This is Torchwood, everybody.
This is Torchwood, episode 6, Countryside.
Spell with a C. I thought Countryside had an S.
It is, but for some reason they've done it with a C for this episode.
Might be the Welsh spelling.
Or it's because...
Well, to be honest, I thought how the Welsh...
Although, without any spoiler, I think the word means another word that will make sense in the episodes. Well, again, I'll tell you the word once we get through the story.
All right. Just need to make my hate the Welsh joke already. I thought Welsh spelling was just B-A-A-A-A-A-A-A-B-A-A-A-A-A-A-A. Bah!
I got it.
You went, like you were like thinking, okay?
So, no, it's just the minute when you went another B, I just knew that was exactly it.
Bah, bah.
Okay.
Bah, bah. This episode starts with a woman driving, and then Godzilla comes in. It's weird. It's a weird episode altogether.
Now, really, what happens? The woman drives. She then loses the signal because she's in a country yard, and then she sees something on the road, and
then she thinks it's a body, and she pulls out a baseball bat, and I'm just like, why do you have a baseball bat in your car that readily available?
Yes.
I don't know. So I was like, that body's gonna jump up on her. That body's gonna jump up on her, or someone's gonna show up behind her.
Yeah.
No, the body's fake. Fake. And oh.
Yes, she walks up to the body, and it's just a pile of clothes with a football to make a shape of a head, and a hood is covering it.
And then we see like some shadowy figure run past the car from behind, and then she sees it, and she turns around. Turns out they slashed the tires, and then she goes back into the car to try and turn back on and drive the hell out of here.
But the keys are missing.
Which made me think, I don't know, but how were they able to get in? I don't know.
The door was open when she came
I meant, how could you do it that quickly?
Yeah, well, that's why.
Because we only saw... never mind.
Yeah.
I'm probably nitpicking here. She locks herself in the car, tries to call for help. She can't. And then, like, they start kicking the door, and then, like, the person grabs her and pulls her out. And then we get the opening credits.
Yeah.
And then... And Torchwood are called in to investigate, and we find out 15... No, is it 15?
Huh? Yeah, at 17.
No, it's 17 people who are murdered, and that's
the
number. But they said 15 because that was the number they went with. But then when they were talking about, like, then it's obvious those two people are dead, so it's 17. 2 take away 17 is 15. So there's 15 people missing.
They said 7. They said 17 people were missing, but they don't know they were actually dead yet.
No.
Yes.
No. They said 15 because when they're in the bar getting all their numbers, as they're like, Gwen says something about, so it's obvious the other 2 are dead, making it 17.
Yeah, but they did.
So then it was 15 because 2 plus 15 equals 17.
Yes, but they did say 17 people were still missing. They just didn't count on who was dead and who was alive.
That makes no. Look, this.
They said 17 people were missing in the last 5 months.
Fuck on, move on. Well, anyway, and then Torch would have called. Oh, I don't know, it's like fucking hate the countryside. I can relate. I just hate outdoors. Like, that's why I never played Pokemon Go when that became big.
Yeah.
I had to go outside. I was like...
I didn't play Pokemon Go because it was just too dangerous.
No. Remember when that whole thing when it was like, oh, what team were you on when you had to choose like the 3 teams and you had to choose which one you were on and like people were genuinely getting into fights because of
Aye.
There's like a great video about that, about like people, about like a guy who gets dropped on Pokemon Go and then he finds out what team he's on. It's like, oh, I'm on that team, and then like his brother's like, oh, I'm on the other team, and then they stop. I'll show you the video. It's quite funny. But anyway.
So they camp. They get their tents all sorted out to camp out for the night.
Before that, I questioned why the hell would you call Torchwood? Torchwood deal with aliens, and then we later agreed on the police have no idea, so fuck it, might as well think it's aliens, so call Torchwood. Which, since all we see from Torchwood in Wales, stop fucking yawning. Anyway, all we see in Torchwood, at least in the Wales department, is just the team of 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't really call them unless you were absolutely certain, but never mind. We needed a reason why Torchwood are in here.
Yeah.
Just ignore that. They set up camp, and then they do like a thing where it's like, oh, it was the most recent snog, all that jazz, and they talk about it, and then the butler brings up the Cyberwoman.
Yeah. And
which made me think, is this episode going to come after Cyberwoman? Because in all the other Torchwood episodes, the events of the previous episodes had played absolutely no part.
Yeah.
Like, none at all. Like, you could have watched these in any order you wanted, except the first episode, and maybe the second one. But you could have watched these in any order you wanted.
Yeah.
This one I definitely feel like was meant to, like it could have been like Small World, then Cyberwoman, and then this episode.
Well, remember the butler wasn't even in the Small Worlds episode, so
No, I think he was in the background. Like, he didn't have a major role, but I'm sure he was there in the background because I remember questioning it. It seems like the event of Cyberwoman had no effect.
Well, it turns out in this episode it did. So maybe it was just like a wee error, but I don't know.
Someone fucked up,
Well,
and it's not going to be me. Because I am too good to fuck up. Again, definition of perfection, the sensation of the nation, and the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, and of course, someone to carry my bags.
Anyway,
don't me.
We are moving on.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have your channel back.
Oh please, I would eventually come back, which I have. And I am happy to be back. I'm just saying.
We're too far into this. We're too far into this to do the rant, okay?
Yeah, we know. Let's move on.
We actually might be about the time of the rant. But anyway, moving on.
Anyway,
after the butler and Anton, I think his name is, basically calls them out on their shit. Because it's like they were talking, and then Anton's like, oh, it's my turn. Oh, it was Lisa. And they're like,
awkward.
And I'm like, dick move, but bravo.
Yeah.
Like, fucking no, that's great.
Yeah. They and the sexual rapist even talked about his kiss with the girl in when they were in that body. Cupboard.
And then Gwen apologizes, and then Anton, with even the bigger dick move, like early on in this episode, Anton's just a fucking asshole, and he deserves that for essentially what Torchwood did to him. So he deserves everything, but he responds with, what? No, it's like, you're sorry that you asked, or sorry that she's dead?
Yeah, just like, whew.
I'm like, okay. It's like, I'll tell you about this great interaction I had with a girl on Twitter. It's the fucking best thing ever, but it's essentially the same of don't fuck with me levels. Like, I feel like if anyone challenged him, he would just tear them all and call them out all on their bullshit.
So then,
Owen and Gwen go and get firewood
just to get out of the situation.
Gwen fucking calls Owen out on this shit.
Like, why did you tell everyone about us?
He then slams her into a tree and gets slightly rapey.
Yeah, just like, when was the last time?
Yeah,
all the comparing. Because
Essentially, it's like your husband doesn't satisfy you. I will fuck you until there is nothing left.
yeah,
And he's very iffy. And then there's actually a half decent moment where if it was less rapey, I would have said it was one of my favourite moments. Where Gwen catches the guy and it's like, guy behind us. And then they're just having like a normal conversation about how they're going to deal with it. They go to try and find the guy. They can't. Then they see like some covers, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be that. It's gonna be another fake body. No, it's a carcass.
yes, completely without any
Skin.
limbs,
Or like no skin or organs. He says, and then
Oh.
don't you dare bomb me. Hey, we've had this rant, but we're not going to.
No, I went bar because that was just mean.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying don't bar me. Because, never mind. We had this right when we were watching the episode. But anyway, Owen basically says, yeah, no, wasn't killed yet, no blood spatter, all that jazz. The organs are organs are gone. And they're like, what could have done this? What race does this? And then they they hear the car getting stolen.
Yeah.
And they drive after it, and then this is all Owen's fault.
Yeah, because he's the one that left the keys in.
Yeah, stupid move. But anyway, moving on. And then
they go into a village.
Yeah, Butler has like GPS tracker on it, so they go to the village. Tech Lady and Butler. We will eventually learn the names.
Once.
By the time we do, they'll probably be dead.
Yeah, they'll probably be killed off.
Yeah. Then they Then they go after it, and Owen, Gwen, and Jack go into a pub to try and find it.
Mm-hmm.
Owen has a half decent moment where when Gwen's like behind the bar looking for clues, it's like, yeah, I'll take a pint and get you to something. Like again, Owen, I'm really questioning because part of me hates him, and then another part's like he's like one of the more entertaining characters.
Yeah.
It's because Jack is being too serious to be the funny one.
Yeah.
Which is weird again, but anyway. I'm gonna say this. This is shot like a horror movie. It's
definitely a horror-based theme.
There's a lot of long silences to build up tension.
Aye.
Butler and Tech Lady basically get both hit in the head and taken, and then Gwen's checking another building, and she opens the door, and then she gets shot by a shotgun, and it's like guys like they're fucking coming, they're gonna attack, they're gonna take me, and then you
take Gwen inside, and
then Owen basically takes out the bullet and heals her up, and then it's like, look, we'll barricade into the bar. And that's when we get the whole, she's marking down ideas and takes organs, takes that. Then she says, those two are obviously dead, making it 17, which is why I'm saying it's 15. We're not getting into this. Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
And then the people stop trying to break in and then into the cellar. They shoot the people in the cellar.
Yeah, and we have no idea what is actually happening. We don't know what
Didn't see that edit, did you? Anyway. So we don't see who it is.
All we know is someone's trying to get in, and they're coming from multiple sides. We have no idea what's happening. I mean,
guy with shotgun starts shooting at like the main bar door. We don't know how, but he somehow was dragged out and pulled out.
Yes.
I don't know how, but anyway.
We don't know who or what.
Jack goes down into the cellars because he's like, I had the thing fall. It took 3 bullets. I'll go down and check what it is so I know what I'm dealing with. And then Owen and Gwen try and find the guy. Mm-hmm. Jack finds out that it's essentially a person, and Jack basically threatens to does torture him.
Yeah.
And they give him information. That's the last time we see a Jack until the end.
Yes.
And
so we're presumed he's completely being told what's happening in this whole damn village.
Mm-hmm.
We're still completely clueless.
Mm-hmm. before that, Owen and Owen, no, not
Gwen.
Owen, not Owen and Gwen. Tech Lady and Butler are in a cellar. They try to get out. They can't. A lady comes in and says, "I'm a nurse. I'll help you. I'm sorry, I have to take you up. It's harvest time. All that jazz." She takes them up.
Yeah, which
We don't
at
see-
this point we just think it's mind control or something, or they're being threatened to do all this or something. We have still completely no idea.
Then when Gwen and Owen are trying to find it, they run into a police officer, and then they walk past him, and the police officer follows. Will be important later. Then, and when they go up, it's like technically just like to the main guy, "You look like us." And it's like, "What else would we look like?" And I was like, "Called it. They're human cannibals. You were like they were aliens." And
I thought they were aliens who were wearing human bodies. I mean, they are aliens that do that.
yeah, I know, but I was like, no, this is just going to be human cannibals.
Yeah, well, I thought it was going to be like the Sabine or something like that. A wee nod to Doctor Who or something even more gruesome or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think the Slovene would be in here since they're too kiddie.
Yeah, true.
So they go in and then
They then realise
Tech Lady manages to escape while Butler basically is left there.
Yes, because he managed to headspot the guy who was about to take him in. And
Also, when the guy's talking about like tenderizing meat, it gets a little rapey.
yes,
There's a surprising amount of rape in this show.
he gets close to her and she just and he just looks at the
Tits. He looks, or at least the camera looks at her tits.
Yeah.
To be honest, that could be like our first t-shirt. There is a surprising amount of rape in this show.
Aye. That could be.
Because, like, we've had the entire of episode 2.
Yeah.
That infamous bit in episode 1.
Yeah.
This episode,
Yeah.
I count like 3 or 4 times it got a bit rapey.
Would you think Cyberwoman would be a bit?
No.
Nah, I wouldn't think so either. And Small Worlds.
Didn't.
Well, that had a guy
That
who
was. Okay, yeah. Small World.
That kind of counts.
Pedophile does count.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's surprising amount of rape in this show.
Yeah, that seems to be the number one thing of cruelty in this particular program.
Because, well, think about it. This is more of an adult show.
True.
You can get away with more stuff.
True.
So, like, at least in Doctor Who, you can kill someone. No, this you can do far more.
Mm-hmm.
And then in Sarah Jane, the biggest threat is taking the candy away from them. I'm probably discounting like some Jane.
Yeah, there's like complete
threats.
darker, different evil threats.
There's also that Sarah Jane villain who's like the main bad guy, and everyone says that he should be in Doctor Who.
There was loads of villains.
I want to say like Jester or something.
Just you mean the Nightmare Man?
No, it's like the main bad guy, arch nemesis.
If you're talking about Luke's mother.
No.
Like
creates chaos and feeds on it. Was in the Doctor Who crossover episode with David Tennant.
No, the Doctor Who episode with David Tennant. That was the suckers, aliens.
I don't think so.
The only villains from Doctor Who that were also in Sarah Jane.
No, it's not. No, it was. No, that villain's only been in Sarah Jane, but people say it should be in Doctor Who.
Oh, are you talking about the alien that made the General Goodluck, who made the Laser Quest as actually a real battle, and he would take kids who would do laser tag and take them up as real soldiers?
No, maybe. I don't know.
He had a red cloak or something?
No, it was like a black cloak.
Black cloak. Oh! I know who you're talking about. Aye, the Trickster.
Yes.
The Trickster.
That's it, the Trickster.
Aye. He's not really a main bad. He's.
No, I've heard people say he is like the arch nemesis.
That can be iffy. I mean, he is like full on bad guy. He comes up many times.
I think that's why he says arch nemesis, because he comes up multiple times. But
yeah, I think he's not arch nemesis because the Trickster was the one that would even take Sarah Jane to prevent her from A, saving her parents, and B, getting a husband.
Yeah, that's when he got
So I would,
senses.
so that makes sense. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
everyone's saying that the jester. Everyone's saying that the jester.
Trickster.
The trickster. Everyone's saying that Trickster should be in Doctor Who. And no, I am 99% sure he's in the David Tennant crossover episode.
He is. The marriage of Sarah Jane, David Tennant comes in to stop the wedding, but the Trickster takes her away. Yeah, I remember.
Because I remember that, like, I was watching, like, something about how good Sarah and Shane was, and it's, like, that episode where you see the Doctor, and, like, the guy spends 20 minutes saying, yeah, this film would be great for Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Why is he not in it?
Aye. Anyway, we're getting off topic. Where are we at?
Runs.
Yes,
runs.
Tech lady runs away from the guy. The guy follows her after. She hides in the bushes, and he plays because he thinks this is a big game. It's like the thrill of the hunt and stuff like that.
He eventually finds it. She struggles a bit more. She fails.
She even tries to kick him in the nuts to get away. And
she doesn't try. She does.
Well, not try, but she kicks him in the nuts to try and get away. But he's barely even affected. I mean, he runs normally just so quickly.
Surprised you recovered that fast.
Which is why I'm thinking it was an alien. He may be wearing human flesh, but he doesn't feel the pain as a human did.
And then. When she falls down, he basically goes on top of her. It's like, hey, get no more games. And then I'm like, all right, so what? This is like the third rapey bit in this.
Yeah, but then he ends up strangling her, and
then Owen points a gun at his head.
Yes, and then Gwen tells the police officer, "You can arrest him now."
It's like, arrest my uncle.
I said, "You can arrest her now." I said,
points, and then he points the gun at Owen.
Now, why would I do that?
Yeah, why would I arrest my uncle?
It's
why would I arrest my uncle?
Oh, right, yeah, right.
That's what he says. It's why would I arrest my uncle?
Yeah, and then Gwen then holds a gun to the police officer, and there's like a full-on gun, and they say drop the gun, and say shoot him.
Yeah, and Gwen drops the gun. They take it, and then
they take both of them to where the
takes them to the main house. Essentially, it's essentially like, we're gonna eat you. And then about cut off something from Anton the butler, and like probably his head. And then a tractor comes in, and Captain Jack jumps out, shoots them all with
full on going
eight shots from a shotgun, and I was like, okay, that is allowed. I'm sure there are some shotguns that allow you to shoot 8 times.
Yeah.
Any more than that, I would question it.
And all of them, they're not even all dead. I mean, they're just
I don't
wounded.
think he kills any of them.
No, he doesn't kill any of them. They're just all wounded.
He threatens to kill the main one. Gwen's like, no, let me talk to him. He does.
Let me understand why they're doing this.
Gwen has a fantastic line where it's like, I have seen so much shit, and this I don't understand.
There's so many things. I have seen so many things. Please let me understand why you do this.
No, it says I can't understand this. And then the guy responds, just keep wondering. And then it's like when Jack's eventually going to be like, okay, I'm arresting him. And he says, oh, one more thing, and I whisper it to you. And then it's just like, it makes me happy. And I like how Gwen is like...
Because she's actually horrified that there's actually people that do that.
I feel like that's like the worst possible answer.
Yes. There's no explanation of why they do it. They just love doing it. It gives you chills.
Yeah. They're arrested, and then Gwen basically goes into this monologue about how Torchwood has fucking changed her, and it's not good.
She's changed her whole opinion of humans.
And she can't really deal with anything, and she's in a hotel room.
Just looking out the window, so we're just
and she's only in a shirt, and I'm like, nice.
And then
Owen's behind her, and
Owen walks in with no shirt on.
It's obvious he's naked, because the two of them obviously fucked.
Yes, which we were all like, whoa. Like...
Yeah. Okay, so Children of Earth was a pretty good episode.
Aye.
Oh, wait. Damn it. We're still on this episode. Anyway, moving on.
Yes. We did not expect any of this to happen. We did not know those two were going to go at it, and it was
wow.
And then after
we don't talk about the up next.
No, I'm saying then after we know that they had it,
they start making out, and
they start gonna fuck again. Snuggling away, and it's just like that's the end of the episode. So okay, so those two are doing it now.
And also, it's like they kind of built up her and Jack fucking. So
yeah, I know. So who is she gonna end up with?
It's a love square.
Yeah.
It's overall that was like the most fun.
Yeah, she's with
This is the most
someone,
wa-
but she's falling in love with two other guys. I mean, what the heck is going on here?
That actually might be my favourite part of the episode because
Really?
I genuinely didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that was
Like-
generally like, whoa, okay.
Everything else in this episode, I kind of saw coming.
We both did, because we both knew that, oh yeah, that he was going to appear out of nowhere, and it was going to be obvious.
No, you were saying it was aliens. I kind
No,
of.
I knew some jumps were going to happen in it. I just didn't know who was going to be the overall bad guy of the episode.
I kind of expected humans that it was going to be.
I was kind of wanting to be aliens
Because if not, why wouldn't they show the alien?
I don't know. I mean, why did they not show aliens in Men in Black 3 until the final bit? I mean,
Because that affects very expensive and also it's kind of hideous.
well, there you go then. That's why I thought it was pretty hideous. Is they completely eat people, for goodness sake.
No,
and
I don't mean
skin.
hideous as in it's hideous like it's meant to be hideous. I mean it's hideous as in it's poorly designed and I don't like it.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, overall, I actually liked this episode. I feel like it might be the best episode
Me too.
because it did have a genuine sense of threat. Every single one of these characters had a really good moment.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, slight side note. I asked some people about Torchwood and that, and they basically said we're out of the worst episodes.
Alright, so now it's supposed to be the first couple of episodes we've been talking about so far. They're complete crap.
Yeah, other than the first episode, apparently all these episodes we watched are considered crap by the Torchwood community.
Which we cannot believe because so far it's going great so far. So
yeah, they've said essentially watch the rest of the season and we will say they're crap.
Alright, so apparently, we've just come down of the rubbish one, so now it's supposed to be even better than what we think right now for the next episode, which we are so looking forward to.
Yeah. Slight spoiler, the next episode looks really good because we had the whole next time, but yeah, it looks
But
good.
we won't say anything until the
Yeah.
next video, so
No, I
don't
know.
worry, fans.
Ha, fans.
Yeah. But this is good. It's going to be very interesting to see exactly what makes the other episodes so much better. So it'll be interesting to know what's happening.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say best episode. What are your thoughts on this episode?
I thought it was really good. Because I think it focused more on real life events because there are people who would actually do stuff like this, and I think that was a great note that they were not focusing just on aliens but on actual human threats as well. And I just thought that was actually really clever because other shows they do sometimes they don't do that, and I think
I'm surprised.
Clever.
I'm surprised they pulled that card that early.
that was another thing.
I thought we would have got it maybe halfway through season 2.
Yeah,
when it's like, oh, this is aliens. Oh no, it was humans the whole time.
Yeah.
But no, it's like what, episode 6?
Yeah, episodes. Yeah, that's another thing. They focused on the human problems, all the way, just halfway through season 1, which I think that was really quick. So that was very interesting. Well done.
Wonder how many more episodes we're going to be dealing with where it's humans.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Anyway, I've been the Scottish Nerd. He's been the Supporter Ranger. We've been two nerds. We've been talking about Torchwood. And yeah.
See you all next time.
Yeah. See ya.